or even that one show. It's simply this show, the other show. And we're sure glad that you're here. Welcome to the other show. Welcome to the other show. Welcome to the other show. It's this show, the other show of the other show.
Because I'm on my crappy computer camera. It's not a terrible camera. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad camera, so it's 720p.
Well, it gives us a nice little profile, on the side of your face.
I'd rather have Spencer 4K.
Yeah,
or bust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
4K wide angle, James Gunn lens or bust.
Yeah. With the cross eyes, I get it. Wait, so why are you on just the computer camera? What's going on?
Because I took an exam for one of my classes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't take it at home because I can't have any wall hangings in the room I'm doing my test in. And where in my house am I not going to have any wall hangings?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Just in case there's the answers to a test?
Yeah. So I took it into work.
Okay.
That doesn't...
And
okay.
I did the exam. Well, I tried to do the exam at work. I went into one of our meditation rooms because we're a fancy tech office like that.
Mm-hmm.
And after struggling with the first proctor who could not, quote unquote, could not see my driver's license to verify my identity, the second person had no problem. It's just sheer laziness.
Sure. Operator error.
I was informed that I needed to move my camera because it had to be an external camera. It couldn't be the internal camera on my computer. I had to do a side profile view while I was taking the exam so they could see my hands, the keyboard, my face, and the screen.
What?
And I'm looking at them. I'm like,
That's socialism right there.
Well, you've seen the room I'm taking this exam in. It is literally a 4 foot by 4 foot room. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
With nothing in it but a side table and a chair. And they're like, well, you have to find a way to do this exam with a side profile view. So I'm literally sitting on the floor with my camera on the side table and my computer on the chair.
You're joking.
I kid you not.
Like you're a kid kneeling over in church drawing pictures on the pew. You're sitting on the floor.
But I'm answering questions about HR law.
This
So
is against
professional.
HR.
Yeah.
Can I talk to HR about this?
I'm mad.
This feels like you're taking the bar. Why is it such a serious test? Why are they like, hey, you better not have any hints. No cheat sheet.
This just reeks of some boomer who doesn't understand technology, thinks anything dealing with technology means that people are cheating unless they can physically be there. So instead of trusting the student or whoever, they have to go through all of these loops. Plus, I guarantee you their whole team went back from the pandemic 2 weeks after it was okay.
Oh, guaranteed.
Well, and what's even more ridiculous about it is, one, they had me do a video showing the whole room, including under the desk. So they know there's nothing in that room but me.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I have to take the exam through their browser, which records my whole screen. What? Why do they need to see my screen?
I bet you this guy who came up with this whole procedure, his name's Bill.
Bill, I think of Dirk.
No, that's too Dirk,
too young?
Dirk would be too young. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bill. Mm-hmm.
I hate Bill.
Yeah.
He goes by William.
Yeah, that's really annoying. So wait, did you pass? Did you do okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did great.
Well, obviously you're cheating, so I mean.
What they didn't check is if I had an Eric Coleman on the phone.
Yeah. That's so annoying, though.
It was stupid. Well, I did get testy with them because they're like, show us where your phone's at. And I was like, my phone is on my desk in a completely other room.
Yeah.
Can you show us? No, it's in a completely other room.
Like it felt like you had to like FaceTime him from the side, like bring your whole computer and just. Oh my gosh.
Like, you want me to leave the room that you just checked to secure, go to my desk, show you that my phone is at my desk, and then walk back in and then repeat all the like verification for everything else?
Yeah.
This is Western Governors. Is this right? Is that right?
Yeah, but it's their third-party proctor service.
Oh,
Needless
okay.
to say, I gave their assessment at the end, like their review. Very poor reviews.
Okay. Good.
Because that was, isn't it? It's not owned by the Levitt family, is it? Or it was just started by Mike Levitt?
It wasn't started by Mike Levitt.
Or was it? No.
Olin Walker.
Well, but I think it was kind of spearheaded. I think it was spearheaded when he was the governor or something like that, wasn't it?
Nope. So I used to work there back in the day. I don't know if you knew this.
At Western Governors?
Yeah, that was my first job out of college.
Oh, did you see Olin Walker there a lot?
She was dead. So
Oh.
yes.
Listen, guys. I mean,
I
I'm
love
just.
Grandma Olin.
Josh,
Mm-hmm.
you're mostly right. It was co-founded by Mike Levitt. It was proposed by Mike Levitt, I should say. And then it became... okay, come on. I think obviously it was taken over after that. But yes,
Yeah.
he did propose the idea. It probably wasn't founded until just after he left.
I was a Michael Levitt intern in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you have to do?
That's kind of how I knew. I did a lot of research. As his special collections, he stored at SUU.
Okay.
And it was when he was the secretary of...
Agriculture?
No, it was the other one. It was I can't remember which one it was. It was the second one, because the agriculture is when he left the state, and then when Bush got reelected, he went to, I want to say HSA, but I know that's wrong because I've been dealing with my HSA the last couple of days. So we actually got to go out to Washington D.C. and he took us around, like he took us through the West Wing and everything. Didn't see George W., but we saw Barney the dog.
Oh,
So,
what? That's a celebrity. By the way,
yeah.
you're never supposed to go into the West Wing. We know that. Don't be messing around with that. You're going to find the mirror and the rose.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just am glad that I was an intern for the right person.
I think I know where you're going with that.
I mean, you are wearing a blue dress right now.
And there is a weird stain on it, to be honest with you.
So, real quick question though. You said you were in charge of his special collection.
Yeah. So like,
What kind of things did he have in special collection? Because mine would be mostly comic books.
Yeah. When
it was
Spencer's
everything
governor, he'll have interns over his comic books.
It was everything that he did as governor and everything related. And so we did all the research. We saved all the newspaper clippings, everything like that, and compiled it.
So you're basically his mom.
Yeah. Did you get paid for this, or was this just an unpaid internship?
Yeah,
Okay,
I got paid. Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, he just did this for kicks and giggles.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Let me just look you up in the newspaper.
Listen, if it was for kicks and giggles, that he'd be wearing a blue dress for real.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but he's writing Mike every weekend. I saved you some articles. Come check them out. They're in my special collection.
But can I just I want to go back to Olin Walker here, because she should never be a footnote in the history of the state of Utah.
Go on.
Because she truly, I mean, she's not just a state treasure, but she is a national treasure. I will need to find this picture. Actually, I know where it is because it's in my phone. But there is a picture of Olin Walker back in about 2004, 2005 at Lagoon. It was on the front page of the Deseret News. And it was when they had opened, I think, the drag racing or something like that. Or
Top
there was some
Eliminator.
type of thing.
Yeah.
And she was in one of those drag racing cars.
Oh, no.
And she's going, balls to the walls fast or whatever. And her face in this car is just priceless. And I've had so many conversations. By so many, I mean 2 conversations with people from the Republican Party or the state of Utah about this picture, because I always bring it up and they're like, oh, dude, I have that framed on my desk. And I'm like, it is. Did you find it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. Isn't it the best picture ever? Like,
I mean, it's funny because there's a guy right next to her, probably one of her staffers, and he looks calm as like a Sunday morning, right? He's looking over at her, kind of smiling. She is full throttle. She is Dominic Toretto behind the wheel. Her bushy hair is just kind of pushed back a little bit, and she's determined. It's a legend. I mean, it's now going to be the picture of this Toos.
Oh,
but, yeah.
But it is one of my favorite pictures, and I've had conversations with a couple people about it. And I want to say a few years after that, it was in 2008 or 7, after she was done being governor and everything. Yeah. And I was flying because it was during it was 2008. Yeah, it was 2008 because it was right after Obama had 2008. It was when gas prices just skyrocketed. Oh, yeah. It was actually cheaper to fly from Cedar City to Salt Lake to get home instead of driving.
Yeah.
So I would fly for like $50 each way. And one of the times I sat next to Olene Walker, and I wanted to I should have brought.
If you had a picture of her to sign.
Oh, I know. But she's gone now. And that's one of like, really, I mean, I have a few regrets in my life.
Isn't your whole family really into ghost hunting?
That's true.
We're going to Lagoon to the top eliminator to try to talk to the spirit of Olene Walker.
Olene!
Olene.
If you're here.
Hey. Is that where you'd go? Where would she be haunting?
Oh, no, she'd be at the bakery or something at Lagoon.
No, I think she'd be at Olene Walker Elementary School. Like, what would be more bad A than haunting the elementary school named after you?
I mean, yeah.
They're like, and every night, if you listen closely, you'll hear
an engine revving. And Hey, one more thing about that.
I'm trying to think if like Hazel's done anything funny or weird in the last week, but she's just been recovering, which is weird in and of itself.
Yeah, she's been feeling pretty ill, right?
No, well, over New Year's, which was kind of like typical. Like we went up at the hospital. Like, yeah, this.
I mean, that's a big deal, I would say.
Yeah, but for us in 2023, like if we had been home, like celebrating, nothing gone wrong, it would have felt weird for 2023.
That's so sad. I hate that. Hey, please change that because something big is happening next month. So please change that.
Hey,
wait.
Well, 2024 is going to be a good year.
Yeah.
Oh, but like, yes, that.
We took Hazel into urgent care like Saturday, and like they're loading us into the ambulance. And in the back of my mind, like the dad part of me is like, can't I just drive her and save a couple $1,000?
That's what my mom would have done. And that's what my mom has done many times. You know, when my dad ripped off his finger in the garage.
But
she drove him.
They're loading us into the ambulance, and I'm like texting you guys and saying, yeah, no, this makes sense for 2023. It looks like we'll be here overnight.
Mm-hmm. It's Spencer. The night is darkest just before the dawn. So, right. 2024 is going to be your year, as they say.
It's going to be awesome.
She also did it the one time when she passed out. Like, she passed out, started convulsing, and we
drove
called
herself?
Well,
okay.
So we called the paramedics, and then she was trying to desperately call them back to tell them that we didn't need them to come because she was fine. I'm like, she passed out and was convulsing on the floor.
Wow.
And
well, here's the thing with your mom. I don't think it's a financial thing where it's like, I don't want to pay the money to ride an ambulance. It's I don't want to inconvenience paramedics to make them come all the way out here to pick me up.
No, totally. Well, and then she thinks that her house is just a pig pen, right? Like, it's like, oh, they can't come into this bedroom is horrible. And my mom, it's basically just my mom's neatly made bed, and there's maybe a pile of taxes from like 2018 that are sitting on the couch.
Well, it's nuts because Josh, I've been to your house, and it is like BYU co-ed housing, approved housing with white glove checks.
So if
it is spotless.
If EMTs or paramedics are coming over, your mom is, even though she's struggling at any given time, she is cleaning up the place before they get there.
Either that, or she's throwing.
She's yelling at him like, "Put booties on before you come in. Take your shoes off, please."
She's not that bad, but she will throw. I love my mom's, like, it's like she's a magician, right? She's like the David Copperfield of messes, because she will throw a blanket over a pile in hopes that it just kind of disappears and that you don't notice it in the room.
Wait, so she's like an 8-year-old boy, because we would do that and just throw stuff in the corner or in the closet or under the bed.
Josh, is that why she threw a blanket on me when I came to visit?
Is it gone? Is it gone?
I mean, she did that a lot.
I don't want any trash in the house. No trash.
A lot when I was a kid.
Wait,
man, I got a lot of trauma I got to work through.
Spencer, you've been inside the Hanson Manor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you not been inside
You
Josh's
haven't?
house?
No.
Parents' house?
Josh, I was at your house numerous times to come get you, and I was never once invited in. I can see why there was a split.
Oh,
makes sense.
Yeah, I was not invited in to pick him up. We went to make Utah burritos.
Oh, okay, yep.
Right.
I remember that. Yeah,
for my old podcast.
For the show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, not for that show, but
one
for
other
my
time
other show. My other show. The other
show. The one you had a podcast about.
Yeah, that one.
Well, I'm a little jealous. You know, I want to be in the Hanson Manor.
I feel like we need to make a field trip to my parents' house. You could just stand in there. My mom will awkwardly look at you as she does a magic trick trying to get rid of a pile of taxes. So,
well, listen, I take off my shoes in every house. It's always little clean Puma socks, so she doesn't have to worry about me.
Puma socks?
Oh yeah,
I'm a Timberland socks because Costco.
Oh wait, I'm Adidas because I get them from the Costco.
Wait, hold on. Costco sells other socks other than Pumas?
Oh yeah,
yeah. These
and Kirkland.
Okay, hold on.
Adidas?
Yeah,
lift up your feet. Lift up your feet.
These.
Well, that's not going to do you any good because
these are the best.
We're lifting up. It's a bonus show. Spencer, you're almost there. There you. Oh, you're wearing. Spencer, you're inside your house. Take off your freaking cowboy boots. What are you doing?
I just got in. Like I came in.
Wouldn't that be the first thing you do? Is take off your boots?
No, because if you've worn boots, you'd know they're comfortable.
No, if you worn boots, you know that they're hard to take off. Why would you wear them?
Well, yeah.
Get rid of them.
And if you're wearing...
No, they're super easy to take off. Look, I bet I could get my boots off faster than you can get your shoes off.
It's a race.
Nobody was racing you.
Yeah. Spencer, you lost. And whatever you did and whoever you're racing, you lost.
Josh, you should know that a race is a competition against yourself.
You got me there.
Do you sleep in your cowboy boots?
I would if I could.
No, don't. No, you don't do that.
No, please, really. I
when I get ready for bed, I put on my boots and my jeans, and I put on a nice belt buckle and bolo tie. I sit back by the campfire, and I.
That feels dangerous.
Every night.
That's so dangerous.
But yet,
I did ask Stephanie to get me a bolo tie for Christmas. That didn't go over well.
Wait, why not?
Oh,
because she wouldn't give me a bolo tie.
Why wouldn't she?
I actually.
Does it remind her too much of home?
Maybe.
Okay.
But I don't have a mullet
yet. You were getting there last year. Your hair was getting to that point.
I was getting pretty close,
dude.
It was long. I was never going to be a mullet. It was more going to be like a Russell Crowe.
Which is what? Like
yeah.
Wait, no, sorry. Not Russell Crowe, Kurt Russell.
Oh, okay.
It was more of a Kurt Russell.
That
makes more sense.
I was going through his filmography going like, okay, Gladiator, I don't know, Les Mis, no.
Skinny Russell Crowe, fat Russell Crowe.
Oh, he had long hair in Man of Steel, so.
He also had long hair and a gut in Thor.
So can I tell you something about hair right now?
That you have none? Okay.
I have none. Well, and
which is for a good cause.
I mean, if you followed my social media over the past few weeks, you'll know that a bunch of us shaved our heads. A bunch of the guys in the Terry and Bruff family, my in-laws, shaved our head for my nephew, who is going through cancer treatments right now for brain cancer. And a lot of people, including my father-in-law, holy crap, he's had the same hairdo for the past 40 plus years, like the comb over, like I don't think it's ever been out of place, whatsoever.
Okay.
And he shaved
Josh,
it completely, right?
Whoa.
Which
a small detour, just a small detour on this pathway of haircuts. I swear some older Utahns treat their hairdo like it's part of their temple recommend question.
What?
This is probably
like I have had the same haircut since my mission, right? High and tight.
I want to fight back on this, but I kind of had this conversation with my wife about my father-in-law's hair because it's been the same. He's never deviated. He's never, because that is what was expected of him, right?
Because he made a covenant with his barber.
Or someone. I don't know. But,
it's with your natural part. That's who you make the covenant with.
Oh my gosh.
With your natural
part. Yeah, your calic.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, sorry. Josh, go back to this nice story.
So anyway, my father-in-law totally just embraced it, and I mean, he shaved his head. First time he's had any other, haircut whatsoever.
How exciting.
And so the thing is, for me, this was not a sacrifice because I shave my head like every 6 weeks at least. So I told...
It's just a Tuesday for you.
Right, exactly. So I told my nephew, I will shave it this one time, and then I am letting it grow out. I don't know how long I'm going to go for. Maybe the whole year or whatever. Or maybe I go at least a minimum of, 6 months?
How does your hair look when it gets long? I've never seen it.
Oh,
did you not see that picture you posted on Facebook with the Weezer hair?
I don't know if I did.
That could have been during the dark years.
The dark years? You had dark years?
No, our friendship dark years.
Oh.
No, that was not during the friendship.
Those were dark years.
That was in the before times.
Yeah, I don't know my timeline very well. See, this is why I have a hard time following even the
so there
MCU
was BC.
Timeline.
There was BC. Okay.
Actually, I like
for
that.
us, it's BK.
Yeah. Okay.
It's BK, and then
no, there's. Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
WK.
It just matters that we're together.
WOK and AK. Before Kent, with Kent, without Kent.
Oh wow, I'm that. Okay,
Kent.
that's a lot of things.
That puts a lot of pressure on the Jew.
Josh, I'm gonna look at your Facebook after this, or maybe you'll have to text me a picture.
So the longest I've gone without getting a haircut has been 6 months. And it got pretty long, but the thing is I have very, very thick hair.
Yeah.
So, I wake up in the morning and I'm an instant buffalo, right? It's just... So, this could get interesting. If I go a full year, if I go until, let's say, January 5th, 2025, which would be 1 year, I don't know what my hair would look like. But at the same time, I'm like, I kind of would want to give myself a mullet if I do that.
I don't know.
You should.
I mean,
you would fit right in at the demolition derby.
Oh man.
Can I come to that this year? By the way.
Yeah, we're on good terms, so let's go.
Okay. It's AK.
It's AK. We're in year 2 AK.
It's year 3, by the way. It's now year 3. Because it's officially been
flies when you're having
it's officially been 2 years since
it will be 3 years. Is that right?
No, this is oh my gosh, are we really breaking this down? We became friends again early 2022.
Yes.
And I think it was actually end of January, early February.
Well,
was it March?
It was March 26th because I remember
you know exactly.
Dude,
January, February, March, April, May,
I'm like a weird savant
June,
with dates.
July, August.
Like I remember the most random of people's birthdays. So
wait, what was that? The day we started texting, or was that the day like we met up for food?
No, that was the day that we started texting. And
it wasn't until March.
I knew contacting you was the kiss of death.
Yeah, which it usually is.
So
that's my dating app live.
The day before I quit, I resigned.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is it. And I can't even remember what I texted you. I'm like, hey dude, what's up? Or something like I can't remember.
I mean, this is where my memory comes in. I can tell you exactly what you said. Mm-hmm. But do we want to save that for another time?
I don't know. I mean, it's not.
Let me get a sip of my giant jug.
It's not the juiciest of text.
No, I mean, both you and Spencer said very similar things, but it was essentially, hey, no need to respond. Yeah, you're really sipping the tea.
Don't spill it.
I just spilled it.
You did. He's drooling. But it was basically like, hey, you don't need to respond to this. I just want to say sorry for what happened.
Now, here's where I'm going to second guess your memory. Because I texted you one other time as a silent plea for help before that.
No,
but
you
were still active.
Thanksgiving weekend, 2020.
You tried to make AK happen too soon. We weren't ready.
I know, we weren't ready because I texted you and said, look, man, I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear from, but the Snyder Cut's real.
I know.
Here's a question, though.
Yeah.
Was
that a cry? Was that a fan service thing, or was that a cry for help? Because obviously we both love Snyder, and so we were like, okay, let's see what's going on here. But
yeah, that's why it was like, this is a mutual, like, something we can chat about, and like, I need your help getting out. Because you can ask Josh during that period, like every time he'd leave my house, we'd have these long conversations of me saying, I don't know, man, I can't do this.
You know what's
I can't do this
Spencer,
anymore.
you know what's really good? When you need help, say, hey, I could use your help.
Would you respond
yeah,
at that point?
And I should have responded before, obviously, now knowing what's happened. But I didn't. Anyway, Josh, you were saying.
Look, yeah, I can't even remember where I was at other than it was March 26th, 2022. And
Spencer, I feel bad now. I'm so sorry.
That was a genuine cry for help.
We could have watched that together and hugged the entire movie.
I know, but you know what? We made up for it.
Yeah, we did. We absolutely did.
We saw Rebel
we'll watch the
Moon.
extended cut. So
we probably should save that for the other show. But
yeah.
Rebel Moon.
I do have one more thing though. Because I wanted to start it now because I am on a tangent. Because I'm mad. Because some punk kid, it was a whole gang of teenagers, because that's a big thing here in South Jordan. Apparently we have gangs
roving youths.
No, they do. There was a group of teenagers on Halloween that they dropped off a whole bunch of kids, and they went around and took all of the bowls of candy that were left on the porch unattended.
Do you think they were looking for them? Like they were looking for basically a bowl left on the doorstep, and then they'd run from house to house?
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
Because the one kid that we caught on our ring, who he had and they all had masks, right? The cheap masks from like the 1980s, right?
Yeah.
He had that on, and he actually lifted it up a little bit for a moment, which I'm like, dumb kid, we're gonna get you.
Shocker, right? Yeah.
But he grabbed our bowl and he grabbed our neighbor's bowl, and then just took off. And you know what? I'm not so mad that he took the candy, because heaven knows, like, I don't need the candy.
Sure.
And better that he takes it.
That neighborhood doesn't get much trick-or-treaters anyway.
No, but I'm mad about the bowl. I want my bowl back.
So the whole bowl's gone and everything.
Yeah, and same with our neighbors. Now, granted, my neighbor left a glass bowl out there, which come on. I mean, that was
not the best
bad
idea.
Mistake.
Right.
No, you use IKEA bowls.
Ours was a green kind of $2 plastic bowl that I think Marianne got at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I was more disturbed by that and perturbed by that than the candy. And that it's a $2 bowl, but I'm like, how stupid can you be? Like, kids, like, if you want to blend in with the other trick-or-treaters or whatever, just go get a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Take it, dump it in, leave the bowl. Why do you have to take the bowl?
Because the bowl is the real prize, not the candy.
Yeah, no, they're just punks. They're just punks who want to cause mischief, right?
Yeah.
And what I love is, you see these people go viral. Just these absolute goons.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about, too.
Yeah, and you're like, it's the lowest of the low. Yeah.
Josh, I'm going to stop you too right here because you were dangerously close to starting to complain about daylight savings time and the weather. Okay?
That was actually next on my list. I actually really do like the time change if we're going to be talking about
no, because I can't. Anyways.
Okay, no, this one's more for you, Kent. Okay? I swear there is a direct correlation with how crappy your day at work is and how chaotic your house is when you get home.
Okay.
Proceed.
I had a really, really just stressful day at work. A lot of big things came down, switching insurance companies and things like that.
Yeah.
And I come home and the first thing I hear is my wife from the upstairs. Welcome to the poop house.
Oh no.
Juno just rolled in poop. Hazel pooped on the floor.
Oh,
the cat threw
no.
up. The dishes were all over. And we had gotten the neighbor's mail.
And let me guess, the neighbor's mail was like the kicker that just set everything off.
Spencer,
Look, normally,
did you just one-up us, though, with like, hey, you guys want to complain? I got real complaints?
No. Here's the thing with the mail, okay?
Yeah.
Normally, like, if it's the neighbor's mail, like, I'll throw it away. I'll be honest. I'll commit mail fraud. But the neighbor it's always the same neighbor that we get our mail, like the mailman just for whatever reason mixes it up. And our addresses aren't even nearly the same.
Okay.
Like other side of the block, right? But one of the pieces of mail, because he owns his own business, was a big check that he was expecting apparently from a client.
Okay.
So it's like, Ben texted me about this a while ago. I have to make sure that he gets this as soon as possible. Because I don't know about you guys, how often do you check the mail?
We're going on like 3 weeks right now.
To be quite honest, because I live in this townhouse where I don't get personalized mail sent here, 4 years. Because all I got was like video game magazines for the last person that lived here and a bunch of junk mail. So they actually just said, we're just,
Kent?
Yeah.
Please don't check that. There may be some stink bumps that I sent you 4 years ago. And it's part of our lives.
Specifically 4 years ago, they're now just tainting the entire mailbox for the complex.
They may have turned.
Makes them even worse.
I actually love that. That's pretty great. If you know, you know.
Anyway, that was just an observation I had, because it always seems like the worse your day is at work, the more chaotic it is when you get home.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Listen, but Spencer, that doesn't detract from your day was so bad. It ruins Halloween.
Just texted me and said, Dot, the new cat, just farted. And it's the first time I've smelled her tooth since I got home. And it is awful.
You really are in the poop house.
I am in the poop house. I am in the poop house.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And Spencer, my condolences. But Josh, this has to make you go, next year we're not putting any candy out, because it's better to make these crappy teens suffer or not get candy rather than the dozen good kids get candy, right?
Yeah, well, and the thing is, the past 2 years, it's been kind of the same thing with candy. I mean, we don't open the door. Mm-hmm. We're either inside or we're, doing something else or whatever. That sounded way dirtier than it needed to be.
Hey, that's all right. You're married. It's all good.
But I don't know. It's you want to put something out for like at least like the smaller kids, right?
Yeah, totally.
So I don't know. Maybe we just need to put out crappier candy. Like no more, Kit Kats, Hershey's, Twizzlers. Not saying that that's the best candy out there, but it's pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, Tootsie Rolls and Smarties, maybe. I don't know if you have seen this yet, but on YouTube, Mark Rober just put out a pranking candy thieves for this last Halloween. Because you know how he always does like gimmies for
here's the problem.
Steelers. What?
He partnered with
Jimmy Kimmel.
With Jimmy Kimmel. At least it wasn't Fallon. So it was the lesser of the two Jimmys. Or the better of the two. The better of the two Jimmys? Oh, no, Fallon is way worse.
They're pretty equal in my eyes.
I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel does a pretty good Karl Malone.
Yeah, and he's trying to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah. Career suicide if you ever do that.
Yeah. No, it's debatable which Jimmy is worse.
It's Fallon.
It's Fallon.
I mean, it's Corden, of course, but
that's not up to debate.
Actually, I could think of a worse Jimmy. But anyways, let's move on. So,
what do you have against Jimmy World?
Yeah. Josh is dying right now. He didn't catch you off guard for real.
You really did. I'm like, wait, what? Oh.
Okay. Changing the subject because we need enough change of the subjects. Okay.
Right.
Ken, I have a quiz for you.
Okay.
We cannot do this on the regular show because
okay.
This one is a little NSFW. Do you know what that acronym stands for?
I do.
Do you want to elaborate?
Yes, it's not safe for work.
Perfect. Because what I have is the most confusing dating acronyms based on searches for their definition.
Okay.
So I'm going to read from the most confusing or the least confusing, number 10, all the way up to number 1, the most searched acronym. And I actually think this gets harder or easier.
And this is not real show content. You want to do this for the bonus?
I have to do this for bonus because I always try to keep it PG.
Okay, gotcha.
We're actually going to do some
wait. You try to keep it PG, Mister. 13. You gave us our first E.
Well, yeah.
Okay, go on.
I think you're your first E. Okay, we're actually going to go other way around.
Okay.
The number 1 to number 10 because it gets harder the less it's searched.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, FWB. You
Friends with benefits.
This one.
Yep.
That's who's listening to this episode.
Yeah, but friends with benefits.
Okay. Number 2 at 87,000 searches, ASL.
Age, sex, location.
Oh, winner, chicken dinner.
It's like Yahoo chat days. That was that's a blast from 1998, actually. Okay, go on.
Okay, I feel like we need to give a prize out, Josh.
Or American Sign Language. But anyways, okay, what's number 3?
Okay, if you can get 7 out of 10, I will double our drink bet.
Deal. Okay, because we already have a bet based on Josh's timing that I already have a 44-ounce bombshell headed my way.
Yep, coming your way. ENM with 71,000 searches.
Oh, this is easy. Josh, do you know this?
EEM?
ENM.
E as in echo, N as in north, and M as in Mighty Mouse.
You actually only have to
no idea.
Think back to one of my dating stories. This is ethically non-monogamous.
Oh my gosh, I did not think you'd get that one.
Oh, that's easy. You see it so much on dating apps. People are like, we're ENM. If you have a problem with that, blah, 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 blah.
Well, the next 3 are kind of easy ones.
Okay.
So hopefully you get them. At number 4 with 64,000 searches, DTF.
Oh, I was waiting for this one. It's Josh, you could probably get this.
And I do have the NSFW version of this one, so I'll give you both.
It's
not that. That's Dad's I Like.
No, that might be one of them.
That's a DILF, and it's not on here.
Yeah, okay.
It's Josh, I'll help you out. It's down to fornicate.
Oh, okay.
Or, as it says here, down to frolic.
Okay,
so you might say that I'm DTF.
Yeah. Basically, I'm DTF, and you're like, oh, cool, good for you. Great job.
Yeah.
Do we want to brag about that?
No, basically, like every third person that Kenny matches with sends him a message saying, hey, DTF.
And I'm like, Yeah, we can be friends with benefits.
Yeah, let's frolic. Let's frolic.
I know a meadow. We can go to a meadow. Okay. All right. What's next?
Number 5 was 62,000 searches. PDA.
Oh yeah, this is easy. Josh, you know this.
Public display.
Defecation.
Public defecation. All right.
I've done this.
Is it a question? Public defecation. All right. It's either a handheld device where you can beam things to each other, or holding hands in public.
All right. This next one is the reason this is on the special bonus episode and not on the regular show.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
BDSM.
Oh, yep.
BDSM.
Do you know?
I don't know if I want to know.
It is not a Korean boy band. I'll give you that.
Okay. So I don't. Okay, I got it. Ready?
As long as you get 75% of it, I'll call it good.
Oh, I know the whole thing. And I promise I didn't Google this. Listen.
It's a little too confident there.
Okay, I'm going to say this because my girls are upstairs. Bondage, domination, sadomasochism.
100%.
Okay. Oh, I was worried about the last two.
And that is the acronym
100%.
that you will always find on Kenny's dating profile.
Yeah, I don't have ENM, I don't have DTF, but I have BDSM because I really like EDM. The band.
D in Kenny D stands for Daddy.
Domination. Oh, Daddy. Spencer, it's really sadomasochism?
Yeah, it is.
That's gross. Okay.
Well, this one says sadism, masochism.
Okay, sadism. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Frolic and fun.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So far, I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing really good. You have 6 of 6.
Okay.
So this next one, unfortunately, will be where you get your drink, and it's really easy. So, at number 7 was 32,000 IRL.
Oh, yeah, this is easy. Josh, you know this one, right?
In real life.
In real life.
Yeah.
This is just a common vernacular.
Yeah.
But like, let's be IRL.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have made the threshold higher. Like, you have to get 8 or 9.
No, let's keep going. I bet I can do it.
All right. If you get 100%, we're tripling that drink order.
Okay, deal.
BAE. Bay.
Oh. Okay, I know it.
17,000 searches.
So, Josh, this is like you're my bae, right? You're my bae.
It's I didn't know it was an acronym.
It is. So it
not
sounds like
until today.
It sounds like babe, right? But it's before anyone else or before anything else.
Oh my gosh, are you younger than the rest of us?
I try to be. I'm the oldest one, and I'm like, I gotta hold on to the youth.
I mean,
I got the Riz.
You do have the Riz.
Whenever he says Riz, I still think of Rizzo from the Muppets.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's my spirit animal.
Tied for number 8 at 17,000 is G.
What? I might be stumped. Hold on. G. And it's not good game. Good game, guys. It's
Is that what it is?
No, it's not. GGG. It's not GTG. It's GGG.
Yeah, GGG. We're gonna have to ask Google later, like when nobody's recording, to use this in a sentence.
I have no idea. I'm stumped.
It stands for good giving and game.
Oh, that's dumb. No one uses that. No one's ever said that ever. That was a mistake.
Not to you, because you have been giving and you don't have game.
So far, I have. Okay, what's next? I got to redeem myself.
Number 10 was 14,000. The only, I'm not going to give it away with context clues. ILY.
I love you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's cute.
9 out of 10.
We finally got Kenny to say it.
Oh. Hey, that felt targeted.
Josh, GGG, we did it.
Oh, I have one more thing.
And I know there's something wrong with cats generally,
right? Talk to the cat bishop.
Maybe. Well, here's the thing. So my cat goes outside now. And for the first 2 years of its life, it was an inside cat. And it would it was the cutest thing. It would get up by the blinds on the front window. And I lived in an apartment complex. And it would push the blinds to the side and just sit there and watch people walk by. Like, it was the cutest thing. But it was like a little like gossip cat. Anyway, so now I got a decent sized yard. The cat looks out. And so I've let the cat out. And I've told a few stories about letting the cat out. And I get a little scared. So even tonight, I let the cat out for 2 hours. I leave the back door open.
Yeah.
Not a euphemism. And then it was starting to get dark. Sorry, I just derailed my own story. It was starting to get dark and I was all, okay, I'm gonna go check out. And so I was go out and I'm like, Misty, because that's the voice, right? Because it's got to be that tone, because cats don't actually know their name. They just know tones. And anyways, and Misty's not coming. And generally lately, I go, Misty, Misty. And then she'll come. Well, I'm like, okay, I'll just walk around the backyard.
The falcon got it.
No. Well, there have been like, I live kind of on the mountain, so there are mountain lions.
The coyotes.
Yeah, right. Well, more mountain lions. So I was like, but I'm Misty. And I'm like, for 10 minutes, like, okay, well, I'm walking around the backyard. And all of a sudden I hear this bird like, bah, bah. And I was like, okay, there's some bushes up there. I wonder if Misty is like trying to attack birds. Misty. And then all of a sudden, literally, so I have a sports court and there's a rock wall that goes up to the neighbor's house and it's like 30 feet high. And then all of a sudden I hear, and Misty jumps from the top of this thing down about 5 feet to some rocks. And then I'm like, oh, Misty heard her call and here she comes. She jumps, no joke, 20 feet from rocks.
Wow.
And there's like a dirt patch and then it's sports court. But she literally jumps and does like a front tumble. And I was like, my cat is special. There's something going on here that like my cat didn't take the time to go, oh, I'm going to like quickly scale down these rocks. She heard my call and she Supermaned off that thing. And she was fine. And I came, I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, as we baby our cats.
Yeah,
totally fine. Skills. I was like, are you good? Are you good? I'm like squeezing her arms. Misty. So that's my life now, is just being like, Cal, let her out, but only for a little bit. Hopefully she figures out where the yard is starts and ends. So
that's the scariest thing ever.
You are totally a millennial parent.
I know. It's
soft
so true.
parenting your cat.
No.
Look, when your kid Superman's off something, almost as a face plant.
Look, Misty, I know you're experiencing some big feelings right now.
No, I feel the same way though, because we actually had this conversation. Marianne and I actually had this conversation, I think, earlier this week. Mm-hmm. But we feel bad because those cats have been inside like continuously for 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's like that JC girl from California that spent like 18 years of her life in the backyard tent, you know?
Oh no.
At least I didn't go there with Elizabeth Smart, right?
Yeah, well, close.
Anyway. But no, like I feel bad because it's kind of the same thing. The cats will sit there at the window and they'll just look at the world. They'll look at the birds, you know, and they'll get the kind of the little chattery, you know, bird like, and you know, and it's cute, adorable or whatever. But I'm like, they need more of the world.
And it's hard, right? Because if you don't have a backyard, what are you going to do about it, right?
No. Josh, I've lived in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You are fine. Nobody's going to eat your cat in the neighborhood, okay? Nobody's going to...
There's a canal in the back.
I know. Look, when I lived in your neighborhood, we had a cat. We had a cat named Momo.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable cat, Kent. Best name for a cat ever.
Yeah, I like it already. Okay.
He also was lacking in an area that your cats are lacking in. He had been demasculated and had no claws.
Mm-hmm.
And he did just fine with the canal. They will be fine. They just kind of club.
Do you have like a patch of grass? Is there like, I know sometimes with some places you have like a little tiny backyard.
Yeah, we do. And it's fenced.
Yeah.
And it's more backyard than you had at your old place, Kent.
Oh, okay. There you go. Josh, here's the thing. You leave the door open, like let it kind of sit for a little bit, and then the cats will smell the door. They'll run back in. But the closer they get to the outside, the more they're going to kind of see where their limit is. Because I'll say this, now that my cat goes outside, she's a lot nicer. Like she struggles with anxiety, but she's even nice to the girls now.
Because she has stared death in the face.
Yeah.
She knows. I won't lie. That might actually help Walt, because that cat, I swear, has so much anxiety, and that's why he's tripping us, breaking my toe. He literally tripped us like 3 times this weekend, just because he constantly has to be touching you, and then he's sitting there and meowing at you incessantly for like 5 minutes.
Just be grateful you don't have an Ethel that disappears for 9 days at a time.
I wouldn't be able to cope. My girls would freak.
Yeah.
Well,
my wife would freak.
We had written her off.
Yeah.
And then when she came back the second time after 9 days, we bought her an Apple AirTag. And I actually think that's a great idea for Misty.
Okay.
Does she have a collar?
No.
Okay. So you're going to need to get her used to a collar first.
She will freak.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for do you just put the collar on and just let it hang? I mean, you just kind of just got to get used to it.
She's got to get used to it. Yeah. That's just tough. Okay. So there's 2 schools of thought here.
Okay.
One is the easy snap off collars. So if it gets caught on anything, like they're not going to hang themselves.
Yeah.
But also those come off at like the easiest gentle breeze, like a stiff fart can take the collar off. So you're going to want to find a decent collar, but get one with an Apple AirTag.
Okay.
And then you don't need to worry. And like when your daughters are freaking out because Misty hasn't come home in a while.
Yeah.
Or she's been out for 3 hours, you can pull up your phone and be like, look, Misty's right here. We know where she's at. She's been there for 24 hours and hasn't moved.
Yeah, that got real dark.
But that's only because she's in the woods and there's no iPhones in the woods for it to ping off of.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So it helps. It does. And if you can find the easy snap off collars around me, there's 2 free Apple AirTags already on at cat tags.
Yeah.
Cat collars.
I won't lie.
So there's that.
Yeah.
I almost bought the cats a cat stroller so that we could take them on walks. I also want to do a 5K with the cats sometime.
You should. Do one of those like baby carriers with the cat and run with it.
We really are millennial cat dads, aren't we?
We are.
Well,
there's the title of the episode too.
Yeah.
Ken, here's the other thing. And I literally was listening to your episode of Baconsale Plus or Bacon
the
Bits
Bacon
or
Bit, yeah.
Bits, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned it off and tried to call you, but my stupid phone in the car won't register Kent Dunn. They kept trying to call Chad Illum.
What?
Which isn't even close.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. Okay.
So you want a cat that's lovey and will let you play with them and stuff like that. You got to start young. You got to groom them from the day they're born.
That sounds dark too.
Yeah. Not a euphemism.
Yeah.
But it's not. You got to start really, really young, getting them used to being handled and touched and used. So my mother-in-law actually has some kittens right now.
I need to see your cat, Bishop.
If you want one, those ones are being touched all the time. Used to human contact.
Feel like there's a nature-nurture thing. Sure, a cat's going to respond to that kind of conditioning, but I think some cats are just mean. I think some cats have that anxiety. Because obviously, when Misty was a kitten, we got her when she was 8 weeks old. Sadly, maybe the girls kind of scared her a little too much, right? Because you have, kids being like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, I want to hold her all the time. But it's not like we treated her poorly. We try to hold her a lot.
That was your problem, is you didn't treat her poorly. You need to borrow Hazel, my Hazel.
And take her in the bathtub and be like, you're coming in with me.
She will break that cat and it will be grateful for your kids and lovey.
I think I found Hazel's first job. She needs to be a cat breaker or whatever.
Yeah. Cat breaker.
All right. Hey, just one more story about my cat.